really like them. I would say that this person kind of exists in the realm, the overlap of the Venn diagram of speculative fiction and things that make Jesus cry. So that's where we're at. So if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, maybe it's time to plug your meter or go to the bathroom. If not, please welcome the Reverend Pat D.
Zack was a Jew, and he lived in St. Louis Park, also known as St. Jewish Park. And he really hated Christmas with a passion, and he felt that Christmas was nothing more than a load of shit. Especially in 2018, because Hanukkah was so early this year. Zack couldn't stand Christmas because he had no friends and family to spend it with. And then on Christmas, they shut the whole state down to marginalize those who have no friends and family to spend it with. Meanwhile, Zack had an uncle who lives in Florida, so he told him that he could move there, and he told him that he would be happier there because there were a lot more Jews in Florida. Zack wasn't sure because he felt that the weather was too fucking hot there, but he couldn't even stand the summers of Minnesota because the weather was too fucking hot. Uncle Ben told Zack, "The weather in Florida is perfect most of the time, and it never gets hot in the winter, and your blood will thin and the heat won't bother you." So sure enough, Jeff believed everything that he was told, and then he decided to move to Florida. Apparently, he never bothered to go on the internet to see what the dew point is in Florida. Well, Uncle Ben lived in Century Village, which is a retirement community where a lot of old and obnoxious Jews live. Those hardcore New York Jews. So I am part Jewish, by the way. It didn't take long for Zack to realize that Florida was a fucking cesspool of fucking shit, and he realized that most of the people there are a bunch of fucking assholes. And Uncle Ben was too cheap to use the air conditioner, and Zack would turn on the air conditioner, Uncle Ben would turn it off, and he told him, "You ain't paying the electric bill, you little fucking prick." And while Zack said, "I can't stand this heat, you cheap motherfucker." Then an old lady who lives in Century Village approached Zack and he told him, "So I heard that you can't stand the weather here, and I just found out that my husband, who is 81 years old, is gay." And then Jeff said, "So?" And she said, "My husband will buy you a plane ticket to move back to St. Jewish Park if you're willing to let him fuck you in the ass." And Zack said, You don't mind your husband being gay?" And she said, Please let him fuck you in the ass. Can you give him one last throw before he croaks?" Zack often fantasized about getting fucked in the ass, but the thought of getting fucked by an 81-year-old man seemed kind of yucky. But he was going to buy him a plane ticket, so he agreed to let him. But then the old man got a piece of fecal matter on his dick, and it really stank, and the old man refused to buy Jack the plane ticket. This caused Zack to slip into a deep depression, and he felt like killing himself, so he decided to start huffing air duster instead. But this caused him to go get addicted, and it caused him to do all kinds of fucked up things. And one day he decided to take laxatives while huffing air duster, and he took off all his clothes, and he walked around Century Village naked while he was shitting out diarrhea, and he was rubbing it all over himself, and he was throwing shit at people, and then someone called the fucking police on him. This sounds like something that Gigi Allen would do. Well, Zack was given a choice between going to prison or going to rehab, so he picked rehab. So he was able to be clean and sober until Christmas Eve, because Christmas is a load of fucking shit. And he was feeling in such a deep feeling of hopelessness and despair, so he started huffing air duster again, but this time he got a visit from Santa Claus, and Santa Claus told Zack, "I will give you a nice present and a plane ticket to go back to St. Jewish Park, but you need to let me fuck you in the ass." And Zack said, "Oh no, here we go again." But Zack let Santa Claus fuck him in the ass, and sure enough, he got a piece of fecal matter on his dick, and Jeff started crying, "My shit stinks! I wish I was dead!" And Santa said, "The smell of your shit really turns me on. Besides, I fucked Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the ass." And I get his fecal matter on my dick all the time. So Santa Claus gave him a plane ticket and a nice present, but it was wrapped, and Santa told him not to open it until he gets home. While I was going through security at the airport, a TSA agent noticed that his present was vibrating and making a ticking sound, so with his hands trembling, a TSA agent grabbed Zack's package and held it to his ear, so they said, "This motherfucker has a bomb." So they abrasively pulled him aside and they unwrapped his present that Zack was carrying. And the thing is called the Shitachi magic wand, which was a plastic penis that had hemp and other organic oils in it that you stick up your ass and it will cause you to get a fantastic orgasm. And not only that, it will cause your shit not to stink. The TSA agents decided to strip search Zack, and they stuck their fingers up his asshole, and they got fecal matter on their fingers, and they were insulting him because his shit stinks so bad. And Santa Claus then showed up with an AK-47, and he blew those motherfuckers away. Zack asked Santa, "How am I going to get home?" And Santa said, "I will take you home." And when Zack got home, he stuck the Shitachi magic wand up his asshole, and not only did it give him a fantastic orgasm, but when he pulled it out of his asshole, there was a piece of fecal matter on it, and it smelled like a rose garden. And Zack was so happy.
Cover that shit. Fecal matter. Did you do the line? Did he do the line?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Oh.
How did he? I said with his hands.
Oh, no, that was okay. I believe you. I missed this one. I was so overwhelmed by everything else.
Held the thing up to his hair.
When I think of speculative fiction, I think of the Reverend Pat D. That is really... well done. Keep it going for the Reverend Pat D, everybody. We have time for not many more people, so...